What's up guys, it's your boy Killer Rap here with Hip Hop Science, and today I'm going to be addressing a topic that's been generating a lot of buzz recently, Joyner Lucas versus Logic. To provide some background for those of you who don't know, Joyner Lucas and Logic were supposed to rap together on Tech Nine's Sriracha track. It was supposed to be a chopper track, which means that everybody was supposed to rap fast and, showcase some crazy technique, killer flows, whatever. Joyner Lucas, he absolutely destroyed it. He went super hard on it. He put a lot of effort in it, clearly. Logic, not so much. It looked like he didn't really try very much. It almost felt like a freestyle. Whatever his reasons may be, he didn't try very hard. Since then, Joyner has been very upset, throwing shots at Logic, trying to get him to respond about that, and a bunch of other personal stuff. There's videos about it on YouTube if you want to learn more about it. In any case, Logic finally responded on the track Yuck off his Bobby Tarantino 2 mixtape, sparking a lot of discussion on social media about both of them, and of particular note, people were arguing about who is the better rapper. That's what I'm going to be addressing today. I'm going to be comparing these two rappers on 5 different elements of hip-hop. They're going to be flow, production, delivery, the meaning of their lyrics, and their lyrical technique. I'm then going to be putting together all of their scores and figuring out who is the better rapper, at least in my opinion. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. First off, we're going to be talking about flow. Now, if any of you have been to my channel before and seen any of my videos, you'll know that I love flow and I love analyzing it, especially when it comes to these complex and intricate rhythmic patterns and just general the sense of rhythm that comes with a good flow. Now, in terms of that, you can tell that Joyner, if you listen to any of his tracks, especially most recently the Gucci Gang remix that he released, Sriracha, whatever you want to listen to, you can tell that this guy has a complete mastery of the rhythmic elements of hip-hop. He goes crazy. He does all sorts of flipping and flopping that, it just really makes me think hard to try to decipher what's going on. That having been said, though, flow is about more than just having the most complex rhythmic patterns. I think it's in fact even more so about having a rhythmic pattern that fits well with the instrumental you're rapping on, and that's something that I always see that Logic excels at. There's one key difference I want to note between Joyner and Logic when it comes to the topic of flow, is that Logic always sounds like a seamless integration of the song. Like his flow, when you put it to his beat, it kind of feels like one element. Often when Joyner's rapping, he might be doing the craziest stuff, and of course, don't get me wrong, that's valuable, but it always feels, or not always, but a lot of the time feels like he's kind of just rapping and the beat's just in the background. And that's also probably why he's able to just go on a lot of these freestyles and go crazy despite what the beat may be asking for. So given that, I think I'm definitely gonna have to give it to Logic. Just check out this clip of Gang Related and see just what a seamless experience it is, and you'll see why I have to give this to Logic.
Get down and lay down, hit you with the Beretta, you better stay down. Straight shots on the playground, living how I'm living with the life that I'm giving. Anybody that's riding with me, I'm riding with them. Show me the enemy and I'ma hit them the second I bid them. I get them and hit them with the venom. Ain't no need to pretend I'ma never do it. I knew it, already been through it. I do it for the street, for the fam, for the life. Anybody that's gang related.
And so there you have it. I'm gonna have to give the flow component to Logic because not for his crazy technicality, it wasn't that crazy technical. It just flowed and it fit the beat perfectly. It was just an engaging experience. So with that having been said, let's move on to the production. In terms of production, I don't think there's much to say here. Logic has a much bigger breadth. He makes his own beats a lot of the time. Joyner, his beats are okay, they just have never really stood out to me. But Logic, he has like a lot of these great orchestral pieces even. He has just a great range. I mean, check out this part of Black Spider-Man.
Glover instead, like what's up, I vote for more and 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 more.
That kind of just grand sound and just such variation in his beats, and I kind of covered this up in the flow topic, but the fact that his beats and his flows and his general delivery and all that stuff just seems to mesh so well together, I think is a testament to the production that Logic brings to the table. And so I have no choice but to give it to Logic. It wasn't really all that close in my mind. With that, let's move on to the delivery aspect. When it comes to delivery, personally, I think it's probably both of their weakest aspects. I think they excel at so many other things on a much higher level. But that doesn't mean they're necessarily bad. They both have an ability to kind of make you feel exactly what they need you to feel, and ultimately that's kind of all you need for delivery. But of course, there's not that extra bit of connection, extra bit of intensity or passion that, say, someone like Tupac had that made people connect with him. That having been said, I think they both are quite good at this this emotional connection aspect, not quite to the levels of some others. And just to give some examples, here's Logic and Nicki.
I can feel you in my lungs, feel you in my veins. Bloodstream, only way to make it to my brain. I tried some others, but man, they just not as good as you. Going crazy cause I only feel this good with you. Maybe I'm just not as strong as I once was. When we're together lately, I don't even feel a buzz. I'm addicted to this shit like it was hard drugs.
In this track, we hear Logic's delivery just perfectly depict the almost sense of dread or jadedness, or just a general kind of downtrodden mood, which really is pervasive throughout the whole song. It's kind of the theme of the song is how he's generally apathetic toward everything after, you know, his encounters with Nicki. I won't spoil the song. And in contrast, here's Joyner Lucas and I'm Sorry.
Look, I really feel lost without you. I hate the fact you think the world is better off without you. On my mind spinning, this is the line finish. Truth is I don't care how you feel about my feelings, and I'd be lying to you if I told you a fine listen. I know that you can hear me, all I need is like 5 minutes. I just want to reach inside the casket and pull you out. I'm sorry, this is something that we both couldn't figure out. I wish I could hear you now.
In this, we can clearly hear Joyner kind of pivoting between what is pure anger and sadness. You can hear his voice crack a couple times. He kind of just delivers this passionate performance, really, and it's obvious that both of these rappers have the ability to really connect with the listener, but neither of them really stand out to me in any way in this respect, outside of just what really one needs to be a good rapper rather than anything exceptional. So in that sense, I'm gonna have to give both of them a point here. They're both, you know, the winner or loser, I don't know how you want to perceive this, but we're gonna move on to the lyrical meaning after this. Now, in terms of the connection with the rapper themselves, about their personal life, general sense of letting people into their lives, I think Logic definitely does more of that. He raps a lot about his biracial struggle, or whatever that may be. He talks about his addiction with nicotine. He talks about, honestly, just listen to Under Pressure. It was a phenomenal album in that respect. That having been said, though, Joyner Lucas is on a different league, in my opinion, with regards to lyricism. When it comes to meaning, his storytelling ability just absolutely propels him to the upper echelons of lyricists. I think, like, throughout the generations alive right now, like, Joyner Lucas is in that tier. He's so far ahead. He's like a diamond in the rough, as one might say. In terms of what's popular right now, his lyricism is just top notch. Like, he's so vivid with his imagery. Just check out the snippet of Ross Capicchioni.
My intuition told me not to. I knew it was wild, and plus I knew it had no business or place on that side of town. And I read about some chick who went lurking without a sound and got murked and a body found in the dirt with 1,000 rounds. It was worse than abandoned buildings, abandoned villas, and scammers and killers provoking gangsters. But maybe I'm overthinking.
Honestly, if you haven't watched that video by now, just as soon as this video is over, go ahead and click that link. I'm sure it's going to pop up in the sidebar. It's just mind-blowing. And that's the thing that allows Joyner to just excel even beyond any sort of emotional connection that Logic may be able to provide, is that Joyner's storytelling allows him to be boundless in terms of the subject matter, right? And that's why you see him cover so many different elements of just life in general, and I think it's just incredible. So with that, let's move on to the technique aspect, and this is going to be a short one. Honestly, this is the one I think nobody's going to disagree with. All the previous ones, you know, one way or another you could have made some good arguments, but this, Joyner just watch this clip, and if you can find anything Logic has done that compares to this, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely give you the credits for that. I've just not been able. Just check it out. Just check this out.
Wordplay, play with words, even if the words play Tetris like a puzzle stretching like I'm exercising when I'm texting, driving, texting, while I'm texting, till they pull me over, give me breathalyzers.
Honestly, there's so much going on in that little snippet. Just, I could analyze that for 5 minutes. If you guys have ever seen Logic do anything like this, make sure to let me know in the comments below. I don't want to be ignorant on his skill. If I'm missing out, let me know. But obviously, this one has to go to JOYNER. And with that, I think we have all 5 groups analyzed, and we can make a decision as to who's the better rapper. Now, you may have noticed that each rapper actually ended up with 3 points. That is, Logic won the flow and the production, JOYNER won the lyrical meaning and the lyrical technique, and then they both got a point for delivery. Let's call it half a point. So now they're both at 2.5 to 2.5 or 3 to 3. How do we make a decision from here? Now, if you'll look back to one of my older videos, the listeners hierarchy, I actually did some research as to what people thought was the most important aspects of hip hop. And for the most part, I agreed with it. So I used that as a weighting scheme and came up with a final score. And so your winner is Logic with a total score of 3.3 to JOYNER Lucas's 2.7. This, I think, is kind of telling of what people in general like to listen to. People don't really care so much for the extreme lyricism that JOYNER Lucas provides, but rather they really favor the flow and the production that Logic provides. And that's kind of the era we're in. And that's partially why I think Logic is the better rapper, at least for today's age. Personally, I prefer JOYNER Lucas, but I can't really argue with the analysis I've done here. This is just what I've come to the conclusion. And so, yeah, let me know if you guys agree in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know if you guys want me to keep doing this. If you have any other guys you want to see me compare. Not much more to that. Let me know what you think. Killer App signing out. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.